Hello, welcome to Play and Learn at Home. I am Lisa, a youth librarian at the Westerville Public Library, and I'm here today to teach you how to make some fantastic toys for your children at home. This program is geared for ages 0 to 3, and the purpose of these videos is to show you how to make different toys at home that engage different learning processes and growing processes for your children. It's geared for ages 0 to 3. There's different kind of things you can do or say depending on, or make, depending on the age of your child. And today we're going to make sensory bottles. I have some pre-made. You can kind of see I've got some puzzle pieces in this one. Here's this one. It's got some different things in here. And the point of a sensory bottle is to engage your child's senses. So what can they hear? What can they see? What kind of colors and shapes? Do they smell anything? Some sensory bottles have scent to them. Are there any textures? So like you can kind of see, this one's kind of flat. This was an orange juice bottle. This one's a Gatorade bottle. And this has got kind of, you can kind of see up here, kind of these little rounded rectangles that pop out. And so the textured bottles. And sensory bottles engage all sorts of things. They are something that are pretty simple to make, and from personal experience with using them during last year's Play and Learn, as well as after story time play, sensory bottles go a long way. And they are super fun, and there's a whole wide variety of things you can use for them. So the things you need a bottle with a lid. You want a clear bottle so you can see through it. The size will depend on what you can get a hold of and how old your child is. So for example, this bottle, which is my orange juice bottle, I would say is more geared towards a little bit older, more towards that 3-year-old age range, because it's so wide that your younger kids couldn't put their hands around it or lift it up. While this one, which is smaller, or even like a water bottle or a Pepsi bottle, is much smaller and easier to grip around. I'm using a Gatorade bottle because that's what I have. And so you need a bottle with a lid. You need something that's going to close your bottle. I have a hot glue gun, but you can use tape. I've got Scotch tape here. If you have duct tape, that works the best. I did not have that at my house. And then you need things to go inside the bottle. I would suggest anything with bright colors. So I've got some ribbons. I have a red ribbon and I have a green ribbon. I have some bobby pins. You can kind of see that. I have these little colored shapes, like there's shiny, that I found in some random bag in my house. So I can see here's a heart, and I've got a little circle. I also have some puzzle pieces that are left over from a puzzle that was somehow lost pieces and is no longer can be a full puzzle. I have some costume jewelry. I have some straws that I have left over from a celebration. You might need some scissors. You could use rice, you could use sand. Kind of hiding things inside your bottle and using things of different shapes and sizes and colors is a great way to engage your child's scientific exploration, so they can look through something and say, oh, well, that's shiny, that's green, that's blue, that one's smaller or bigger, this one's heavier, it makes more noise. So all types of things that you can do. So I'm actually going to start. This is, you can kind of see, riced broccoli that I had in my pantry, and I'm going to start with that. This process is a little messy, but that's okay. It's pretty easy to clean up. If you have some older kids, they can help you make some. So I'm just scooping this into the bottle. You can kind of see. If you have a funnel, that would work too. I don't have a funnel. You can kind of see at the bottom, it's covering a little bit of the bottom. I've got a little bit more to put in. Alright, so I've got some of these little green stuff. Then I'm going to put in some of these little colored sequins, and these are going to get hidden in the green of the bottle. I don't know if you can see them there. Yeah. And as kids shake these bottles, those pieces will get hidden. I think I'm going to use some of this colored ribbon, and I'm actually going to cut it up so it fits. You could stick a whole ribbon in there. I did that for this bottle, but I think I'm going to cut this one up So I'm just cutting off pieces of the ribbon to make some different size pieces. And I'm gonna stick them in my bottle so they're nice and bright. And then I'm gonna do the green one. I'm just cutting it up here. And then I'm gonna stick them in my bottle. And right now you can kind of see what's going on. We've got some of those pieces, the sequins, you can shake it up. And then I'm gonna put in, let's see if these straws will fit. They're a little too big, so I'm gonna cut it in half. And I like these straws because they have stars on them. So I just cut it in half. And they're in there. And I think I'm gonna do a gold one too, and I'm gonna cut this one to even smaller pieces. Oops. You can kind of see they're different sizes. Those are gonna go in. I think that's for this, that's all I'm gonna do. You don't wanna fill a bottle all the way up because then it loses kind of the ability for the kids lose the ability to shake it around and see what's inside. So you're gonna take your lid, I'm gonna take my hot glue and put it around the edges here. You could also use Elmer's glue, that works fine too. And I ran out of a glue stick. But any glue that you have, actually, if you have super glue, that works really well too. I don't have any of those things at my house, so I'm just gonna use the hot glue here. I'm gonna put it around. And I like hot glue because it dries fast. So if you're using other types of glue, make sure you leave time for it to set aside. And then and then I'm also gonna tape it. As we know, little kids are really good at getting into stuff and destroying things. So the more you do to prevent them opening this bottle, the less cleanup work you're gonna have to do. So I'm just taping it down on top of that glue. And they also like peeling off the tape and trying to get the lid off. So you might have to do some repair work with these if you are going to reuse them over multiple times. All right, lid is glued and you can kind of see. So what I would do to make this kind of a engagement toy. So of course you can just hand it to your kid or put it on the floor or on a table and let them just play with it. And they're gonna do things like shake it, they're gonna make noise, they're gonna hold it upside down, they might roll it, they're going to look at what's inside. But you can direct questions to them, things like, what do you see? And as you hold them, and they may or may not respond, that is up to your child and the age that they are, but you can point out things. I see something that's gold, do you see something that's gold? And give them time to think, especially children of that toddler age, that age range, that 2 to 3, they need time to process what you're saying. So giving them 7 to 10 seconds to think about what you're asking before you respond and give them the answer is always a good choice, whether they answer or not. And then you can have them say, I see different sized straws. Which one's the biggest straw or the longest straw? Oh, I see some different colors. What colors do you see? I see red. What sounds do you make? Oh, that's a loud sound. What's making that sound? So those are the different types of questions that you can ask. And you can make a whole lot of these, so different ones, and you can compare and contrast. So these bottles are the same size. Which one has the whole ribbon? So you're using words like whole and big and small and fast and loud. So in this one I have some costume jewelry, little flowers and puzzle pieces. And you can really just be creative as you want with these. What do you have in your house and what can you put in them to kind of engage different questions and different thought processes? All right, thanks for watching, and make sure you download the instructions on how to make these, and stay tuned for more DIY projects for Play and Learn at Home. Thank you.